In other news, Instagram has introduced updates designed to give parents more oversight into what their teenagers are doing online. But the changes did little to assuage critics who say the social media network is compromising adolescents' well-being. Meta, which owns Instagram, introduced a new teen accounts program that aims to limit the time minors spend on the site, what content they see, and which strangers are able to find their accounts and talk to them. The new system also expands parents' ability to monitor their children's activities, including the types of content they see and the people they are messaging. Well, to understand the ramifications, we have with us Iona Anula, PhD senior researcher and advisor on children's rights and tech policy. Iona, the measures do reflect rising concerns among parents and political leaders that social media sites are contributing to a youth mental health crisis in the United States. But how successful do you think these new measures will be in protecting teens from online harm?
Children, like us adults, always find workarounds. So yes, we see all these very welcomed announcements, but we all have experience of kids who spend a lot of time, working around different systems and measures, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of their creativity. It's part of them growing up. We adults, they see us doing the same when we use a VPN connection to watch what we want, and so on. So the answer to that is that kids are what we call edge users, in the sense that they are they're taking risks. They are always more vulnerable, and we have to keep we have a duty of care. And that duty of care is not only on the shoulders of parents, it's not only on the shoulders
Indeed.
of teachers, it's also on the shoulders of these big companies.
In fact, like you've highlighted, teens may find ways around the new standards, which they say leave some safety issues unaddressed. But what about the countries where these measures have not been implemented? How should parents go about discussing online safety with their children there?
We have seen that these new measures are being rolled out at the moment, first in the US, in the UK, in Canada, and Australia. The question is, what happens with other kids, right? And these measures are built with substantial understanding of how children in these contexts, behave. There is research, there's more advanced research in this context. We also understand, the companies understand more because they're English-speaking countries. And we definitely, people who are not originally English speakers and so on, we know the many, many more workarounds that we have in other languages. We also have less mature debate around regulation, and less mature public awareness. And as we say in the human rights world, a right is not a right unless you know about it.
Indeed.
And therefore, if our citizens of the non-English speaking world, if our children don't know their rights, because the debate is not mature enough, then they will never be able to exercise them.
Of course, Iona. Thanks so much for making time for us and joining us on The World 24/7.